Hi Internet! So here I am again. We're going to give the balance ball another try, see if I feel a little stronger today. A little safety tip. This pendant is actually an emergency 911 beacon. So if anyone's worried about me jumping on these things by myself and possibly breaking a bone, one hit on this and my friends will drop by. EMS if necessary, but hey, I'm gonna try not to fall on my butt today, so let's see how it goes. Alright. Hi, cat. Hopefully this feels a little stronger, right? That's the plan. And first of all, it would help if I straighten my other foot out a little bit, huh? So here we go. I can almost do that without, ooh, that felt good. All right, so, maybe you don't get it, maybe you do, but there are small victories when you have CP. Sometimes being able to do that without, grabbing a hand is nice. All right. So, last time I filmed was about a week ago. I couldn't really do this. So, this is a little better. Alright, so someone asked me the other day what this thing is called. Ooh, oh boy. I really don't know. Half ball, balancy thingy. Maybe a Bosu ball? I don't know. It's really great though. The stretch that I feel is very isolated. It's forcing me to use all those muscles I like to ignore. So I know it doesn't look like I'm doing much, but it's moving those muscles in a way that is very specific. So that's awesome. No pressure or anything, but let's see if I can not fall. We're just gonna try standing, even for a second. Is good, feel kind of like clapping. I'm not going to, because I would fall, but I'm forcing myself to use my right side to compensate and not fall. So it looks weird, but guess what? For a few seconds there, I didn't touch that wall. So we're gonna say yes and be happy about it. That's awesome. So, eventually as things stretch and strengthen, hoping I'll be able to squat down a little more evenly. But I'm gonna say this much, it feels a heck of a lot stronger. And I stepped off of it without falling. So, score. Up next, I wanted to show a few more specific stretching exercises, so I'm going to grab something for that. One sec. Alright, so I picked this guy up from Amazon. You see that? It's called the Stretch Out Strap. It came with a book that I can't find. And I have to track down the guide. But what's great about this is it's got little loops built in all the way down. And this is nice because back in the old days, say that because I am old-ish, not that old. I don't want to talk about it. When I was younger, and PT was a very regular part of life. Still should be, that's why I'm doing this. But in order to get a certain range of motion for different exercises, we'd have to grab like a towel to pull the leg or arm in a certain direction. But that's really cumbersome. They slip, they're not easy to grip. So this is a really great tool. I think I spent maybe $10 on it, so totally worth it. If you have a chance to check it out, I would recommend giving this a go. So I'm going to show you how it works, just a couple of things that I do with it. And if you happen to pick it up, let me know what you do. Show me what works for you, what you're benefiting from. I'm always happy to see that. So let me get this moved around. Hopefully you can see my mat there. It's a little bright. I might kill the light on that window, one sec. All right, that's better. All right, so, still see me? Okay. You know, if you've got CP, you're used to the way this is gonna look. It looks freaky. Muscle spasms happen. It hurts, but that just means it's working. So, no worries there. We're all used to a little pain, right? That's how we exist. We wouldn't really live much if we avoided every little ounce of pain. We're okay, right? Stronger for it. So I'm gonna start this off about in the middle of the strap. So the tags somewhere in the middle, easy to find. Loop the center around your ankle. Now, let's try to get myself in here. I'm gonna start by just a little heel cord stretch. So as I mentioned, these loops are very handy. You can grip right in the loop and just gently pull your toes back toward your body. You'll automatically feel a nice stretch all through the lower calf area. Take this at your tolerance level. I won't say comfort level. There's nothing comfortable about it, right? But we do it anyway. I don't mean that to sound harsh. That's just reality. So for me, I'm working to keep my knee down so that I get the right stretch. Wants to fight me on that, but I fight back. It's the way we roll. All right. So about 10 seconds, a few reps to get that going and warm up those muscles. Muscles, I think I just said bustles. I don't even know what that is. You can make it a thing. Who wants to decide what bustles is? All right, let's move on to the other leg. Same stretch. I'm gonna bring this up to my toes a little bit. My right side's definitely much tighter than my left in that area. Everyone's got their trouble spots, right? We try to keep things nice and as lengthened as we can get it. Surgery takes us so far, and then we try to help it out, huh? So, you know, for me, there's a long road of corrective surgery. All the usual tendon lengthening throughout my growing years, a few hits at my hip, one of my growth plates, my heart at a few days old, sure not the only one there, an external fixator to lengthen. You know, every scar tells a story, and maybe someday we'll go through the roadmap and I'll tell you mine. All right, so we're gonna work our hamstrings a little bit next. Same area in the strap. In we go. This one gets a little freaky. I'm not lying. Okay, so we're we're gonna bring it all the way down. Now again, try to straighten the leg first. A little disclaimer, I didn't start with this, obviously. Most of us are not licensed physical therapists, right? But we share what works for us, what we do to help each other. So again, just bringing the leg straight out is going to give you a nice stretch at the same heel cords or those tendons around that area. Just keeping the leg straight. When you bring the leg up, the further up we go, the greater stretch we're going to get, the more you're going to feel that through more of the leg. Now, this one gets a little uncomfortable. That's all right. We're going to hold that for as long as we can, and the more I won't say comfortable, as we move along, move the leg up a little further as maybe things get a little better. So, maybe steps in progress, but progress is progress. Next up, you can go ahead, if you need assistance getting that leg where it needs to be, you know how that goes. Sometimes you just gotta kind of pick it up and move it around. The strap is good for that as well. So if you need help getting your leg in a certain position, this can help you out as well. So if you want to keep this attached to your foot, it's very useful. Next, we're just going to leave this here. Just kind of a little assist, and just press out on the knee, a little stretch in the hip. See if I can get off the floor. Wow. Okay. Go ahead and remove the strap. I'm going to hang on here for a minute. Feeling a little dizzy. That's a whole other condition. We'll talk about it later. So we're going to give everything a minute to catch up. And while we're here, might as well stretch our arms out a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go back down and go ahead and do my right side. And you can take this as many reps as you like. This is just a little demo. Same as before. You'll notice right away how differently things move for me. I can get my right one almost lit up pretty far. Left side's a different story. They've got their highs and lows, but I work with it. So again, we're getting a good pull on these muscles and a nice grip with our stretch strap. It's long enough to do what we need to do, not to wring a few towels or sheets together to, give us the assistance we need. So this works out pretty well. Oh, why is that not working? Okay, so sometimes I can get off the floor, sometimes I can't. Okay, try again. Oh, okay. Nice and easy. All right. Whew. Let's spin around. We're going to next just do a little bit of stretch around the floor, just nice and long. I don't know if anyone heard that. That was my shoulder popping. Oh, nice. So if we bend our bottom leg and lift our hips up off the floor, this is probably advanced for some. It's just a nice kind of stretch and ab thing that I like. Up and down. That beautiful cat you just saw that's messing with our light is Akira. Precious little girl. She loves that window. She's wondering why I've got it shut. She doesn't love me for it. She might be destroying my blinds. Fix that. Okay, so next I want to see how I do with step up range of motion. So I've been having a little trouble with stairs lately. I think it kind of got in my head a little bit, like, you know, you can't do something once and then your mind tells you you can't do it forever. Has anyone ever been there? You know, where you just convince yourself that suddenly it's not gonna work? Well, this is me retraining my mind to realize that my body can do what I want it to do. So we're going to make my mind believe what my body is capable of. And sometimes that takes practice. So here we go. The floor took a minute. Alrighty, so this is just a basic step stool. Nice and sturdy. Make sure if you do this, you've got something that's going to appropriately hold your weight, something that's going to not buckle or, you know, move around a bunch. This has little grippers on the bottom. It's nice and stable. Okay. Whoa. That would have been a tragedy. Okay. Move some things around a little. It's a small room. I gotta, you know, get creative. Alright, so back over to where our ball was. You can see our little step stool. I'm gonna give myself some clearance. This is not an obstacle course. I am not gonna go from that stool to that ball without busting my butt. So, you know, maybe someday. But for now, I need the space. Ooh, that was loud. All right, so this, all it is, little step. And it's not even that high. But somehow I convinced myself in my mind that I don't know if I can do it all the time. Now I used to be able to. So what happened? Good thing is this thing doesn't move around like the ball does. So the odds of me falling are only slightly less than what they were before. So do not do this without supervision if you're not comfortable with your surroundings. For me, I could fall. I'll hit my pretty life alert button. The walls are right next to me. I'm just gonna practice going up and down like I would if I were on a flight of stairs. Now, for any of you with CP that affects your lower extremities, at that range of motion, watching my hands, going from one to the other is not necessarily fluid. So what I'm working on is the fluidity of that motion, which, well, you know, it's rough right now, but that's why we do this. And we make a little progress every single day till we feel a little bit better. And I'm hoping that as we look back on these videos, maybe I'll feel a little bit stronger. So it'd be nice if I got off of this. He's sitting here wondering if I'm just avoiding stepping down. Here we go. So I'm gonna try not to grab the wall. I think you get dependent, you know, it's like I said, like you don't know if you can, so you ask for help or you grab the ramp or whatever because you don't think you can do it, and then you do. And I'm stuck. Okay, so I'm in my head. In my head. This is ridiculous. Look at me. I'm not touching that wall. You guys are gonna get bored. I'm not touching that wall. I'm gonna step off a step like I would if I were just on a sidewalk. What's wrong with my brain? It is. It's a brain muscle thing. You know this. Okay, down we go. Not touching the wall. Not touching the wall. See? And now I'm just kind of screwed. Anyone ever been here? Tell me I'm not the only one that's been here. Okay. Okay. Not doing it. Not touching it. Maybe if I go down my other foot. Nope. I'm gonna go down my right. Down my right. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, I went down. Okay. See, that shouldn't be so hard. And I shouldn't beat myself up about it, and neither should you. Sometimes we get stuck in our brains. And things feel harder than they should, or maybe we think they should, but we just don't quit, people. Don't quit. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna go up again. Yeah. And I am dodging the wall. I'm going up, and this is my weak side. So you know what? Even if it takes a few times, we get there. And you know what? Going down felt easier that time because I got out of my head. All right. And now it's important to realize when you're retraining your body that sometimes you really have to tell yourself what to do. So when I go up with my right side, to make sure that my left side is stable. And sometimes if I go in and that foot is turned the way it likes to be, because that had to be surgically corrected, or you know, it's just not firmly on the ground, you feel a little rough. So firmly plant your base leg, talk yourself through it if you have to, and 1, 2, 3, up. And up. Whoop. Okay, okay, okay. And up. But I made it. All right, here we are again. Now you gotta be getting bored. So if I can get off this step, we're gonna say goodbye for now. All right, and down. That felt better. See? It's been a while since I've done that, and it felt rough, but it got better. So what I'm telling you is don't quit. Keep moving. Find something that works for you. Find something that helps you and just attack it. Every day, consistency is key. If not every day, hey, every other day. Work yourself up and don't beat yourself up. Keep moving. So next time, we're gonna talk about this guy. You've probably seen it in a previous video, but I'm gonna show you how it works in action. It's called the foot rocker, and it does what it says, but it's really cool. It moves things around really well. So, hey, that's for next time. Later, people.